You have two.
The way the Geula B'chlal we find in many different places about the Geula is that the Geula is compared to Yetzias Mitzrayim. And in a lot of places we have either it shows a comparison of how the Geula is similar to Yetzias Mitzrayim, or we see, or it stresses on how the Geula will be different. So where do we see this in Torah? In Torah it says in Pasuk in Micha, it says, Kimei Tzescha Mi'at Mitzrayim Arenu Niflois. That just like you went out of Mitzrayim, I'll show you Niflois. It's from this Pasuk we see that the Geula will be in a way of, it will be similar to Yetzias Mitzrayim, just in a greater way. It will be Niflois. It will be on a greater level, but it will be similar to Yetzias Mitzrayim. And similarly, it says in the Pasuk, in Koheles, it says, Mashahaya hu sheyiyah. What happened, that's what will happen. The Feder Shavim Fried song. And so it says, but the Rashi Tevis of Mashahaya hu is the Rashi Tevis of Moshe Rabbeinu. What's Moshe Rabbeinu is Moshe hu goyel rishon hu goyel achrin. Moshe Rabbeinu is the Reish of Bnei Yisrael. That's the idea of Mashiach. So we see also Mashahaya hu sheyiyah. This pasuk is referring to Mashiach. That just how the first Geula we had, the first Geula was in a way of Mashiach. So too the second Geula, so too the final Geula will also be in a way of the same way of the first Geula. And we see this in this week's parsha. It says Eila Mas'e Bnei Yisrael. These are the travels of the Eden, and it goes through 42. These are the travels of the Eden when they left Mitzrayim, and then it goes through 42 different masais. And the question is, it took them one travel to leave Mitzrayim. So why does it say there are 42 travels that took them to leave Mitzrayim? But the emes is that going out of Mitzrayim is not just a one-time thing. In fact, every day from Yetzias Mitzrayim until the Geula Hamitis Vashlema, that's all really a continuation of Yetzias Mitzrayim. So really, it's all one hemshich. It's not even two separate things. So that's the first part, how Las Lava and Yetzias Mitzrayim are similar. Where do we see this? So it says in the Torah how Niflois stands for Nun Pella, the 50 Nun 50 Pella, and that refers to the Nun Shari Bina. That when Mashiach comes, there's going to be the Arenu Niflois. We're going to be able to reach the 50th Shari Bina. Whereas by Yetzias Mitzrayim, so we see how it's a continuation. Yetzias Mitzrayim, it says that from Yetzias Mitzrayim until Har Sinai, they reached the Mem Tes Shari Bina, but they didn't reach the Nun Shari Bina. Then comes La'asalav, it comes Arenu Niflois. Then they're going to be the Nun Pella. Then it's going to be the 50th Shari Bina, the Gili of Keser. So another comparison between Yetzias Mitzrayim and the Geula, that just like by Yetzias Mitzrayim, well, their kavana was to get to Matan Torah, to get to the Gili of Torah. So too the Sam Tzedek says by the Geula La'asalav, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the Torah Chadasha, the new Torah that's going to be revealed by the times of Mashiach. So that's our kavana now, just like in the times of Mashiach. So interestingly, it says in the pasuk how just like there was Kriyas Yamsuf, and by Yetzias Mitzrayim, so too La'asalav is going to be Kriyas Yamsuf. Hashem as L'shen Yam Mitzrayim, the Eibusher is gonna take the water of Yam Mitzrayim and he's gonna split it up and he's gonna make Kriyas Yamsuf. What's the difference? That by Kriyas Yamsuf there were 12. It says they were split up into 12 channels representing the 12 different shvatim, as opposed to by the Geula Hasidah, if he called l'shiva nachalim, he's going to split it up into seven channels of water, and into 7 paths. And why by Yetzias Mitzrayim is going to be 12, and why by La'asalav is going to be 7? So what's the explanation? That the real idea Yetzias Mitzrayim was not, they didn't affect their surroundings. They didn't change over their surroundings. They didn't work birur. They didn't refine them. So that's why there were 12 channels representing the 12 shvatim. That it's showing on how what they were they only affected the shvatim, they affected the Eden, but the goyim around them, Mitzrayim, the general place, that wasn't affected. But by the Gula Hasida, that's after our Aveda in this world, our Aveda throughout the entire land. So then there's 7 paths representing the 7 nations, 7 general nations of the world. I don't know, you could say the 7 continents, maybe, I don't know. And that's representing the general birur of the entire world. That's why last level is going to be 7, and by Yetzias Mitzrayim there were 12. And then just on a final note, it says also there's going to be a shira, last level, just like even after Kriyas Yamsuf they said a shira, az yashu Meisha. So to last level there's going to be a shira. What's the difference? By Yetzias Mitzrayim they said Zeh Keli V'Anveyu. They said Zeh. This is our Eibishter. And what Rashi says on the pasuk Zeh Keli V'Anveyu, they're able to see Elikos tangibly. They were able to. They saw. They said Zeh. This is the Eibishter. They saw Elikos. But by last love it says 2 times the word Zeh. It says V'Amar Bayimahu. You're going to say on this day Hini Elikenu Zeh. Zeh Hashem Kivinu. Hini Elikenu Zeh. Kivinu Leveshenu. Zeh Hashem Kivinu Lo. It says 2 times Zeh. What's the difference? Because by Yetzias Mitzrayim, they saw Elikos, they saw Elikos, but Elikos was coming down in a way that was completely not in the realm of Teva. So it came down for a short time, but it wasn't in a way that could actually affect the Teva. It wasn't in a way that actually be pile on the Teva. The last love is going to say Zeh 2 times, showing how the Eibishter Elikos is going to be completely involved in the Gashmis. V'ro kol basar yachtav, that even the Gashmis take a flesh. You can see Elikos. Taka should be Amen.